elevated the language to the point of being
unrecognizable.
Yeah.
And then how's the accent? Was that, you came up with that? Or
Yeah, I've said this before, but it was a cross between James Carville and Foghorn Leghorn.
So would you, I don't know, I don't think I have a mic, but would you give us a little sample?
Well, yeah, it's sort of a southern dialect. It's a little bit like antebellum and a bit lazy. A person who's kind of comes from money, because he doesn't have to articulate too well. You know, he pays people to be understood. You know, that kind of thing. Also, he's drunk most of the time.
I recall the same experience. The process-wise, auditioning for the same people. I don't recall the scene that I did, but it was definitely for my character and from the pilot, a scene from the pilot. I felt very, I mean, obviously cowboys and horses and guns, and it was like, that's, for me, a dream.
Oh, absolutely.
So I wanted it desperately, and I don't have nearly as interesting a story as him, but I remember prepping up to it. I would go horseback riding quite frequently just because I wanted to be as good as I could when I booked it, because I was sure I was going to book it. So I met a guy at the equestrian center where I was renting who owned horses, and he said, "Why, what are you doing practicing?" And I said, "Oh, I booked a series. I'm going to be on this new Western." And
The power of positive thinking.
So he said, "Well, come use my horse." And every day I got to use his horse, and fortunately I booked it and I didn't have to become a liar.
My audition scene was that scene around the campfire with the little kids.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, that was good.
The card tricks? Were you doing tricks or something?
I might have been.
Love you guys.
I just remember a bunch of little kids I was talking to.
Andy's family.
That's my family.
Yeah.
That's my dad, my uncle Kevin, and my daughter Kiowa. Love you guys. We'll see you home.
Bye-bye.
Yes, she was on TV. I was on TV with her, I should say.
Tell them about that, if you haven't seen it. Did everybody see it on Shark Tank?
Don't get her. Yes, what's interesting is the Shark Tank show where I got to be on with my daughter. They aired it as a episode featuring young entrepreneurs, but that wasn't the way it was shot. It was we were on a regular episode with adults, and it wasn't until after they finished shooting the season that they realized, oh, we have 5 or 6 great young people stories. Let's do a young entrepreneur episode. So that was a decision they made in post. But my daughter, invented a product that been helping her move along, and we were able to get a deal on Shark Tank. And that's pretty much my new career. I haven't acted, honestly, in 5 years. Not completely by choice. Of course, I would take a job if somebody offered, but I haven't been passionate about it. I haven't been interested in that game, and I love being a dad. I get to be home, and I've been inventing products, so that's my new life.
Tell them about the thing that was on Shark Tank, because it's a very interesting product.
Yeah, so she invented what's called Boo Boo Goo, and it's a paint-on bandage. So instead of sticker Band-Aids, now you have an organic paint-on bandage that you can put on your, I could use some right now. So it's just a liquid bandage that you paint on, and it comes in all sorts of fun colors for kids. It'll be in market in 2015. Yeah, we're going to be basically my whole company is based on inventing products and then licensing them. So we'll sell it off to a bigger company that can then merchandise it, internationally.
So go out and give yourself just a small cut somewhere. Get some of that stuff and put it on there. And then tweet a picture of it.
Can I come to you with my film idea? Looking for funding. No, like when you guys have, like.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Done.
All right. Will you exec produce my movie? That's what
I get to go first.
By exec produce, he means fun.
Yes. Will you fund my movie, please?
Give us money.
Yes. Will you give me money, please?
Yeah, so I miss acting, and I'm glad to see these guys because it brings back a lot of great memories.
Dude, I also just want to say, I'm not just saying this because I'm here, but you were fucking awesome, this JD. Just fantastic. Thanks. Looking back at the pilot, I think I rewatched the pilot and a few episodes probably 7 months ago, and I know it's been a lot of years, but you get blessed with the right cast, and we had great cast. So
Yeah, it's just, timing, who knows what reasons things don't continue or, so it was a good one that should have lasted longer.
yeah, totally.
And how about that Lori Holden, huh? Walking Dead, what? I guess that show did okay. I understand.
About to be in Dumb and Dumber too.
Yeah.
Oh, is she?
Yeah. She's female lead in that.
Is that well, that makes sense because she did the Majestic.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
did.
Yeah, I think he's got a little crush on
I
it.
think he's got a little hankering for Lori.
That's what Lori told me a long time ago.
She's very Jenny McCarthy-ish in her appearance.
Yes, she is. Very much so.
Oh, I miss Lori.
Yeah.
They're the old edition.
What?
You're
You still with us?
Dale's offer only.
No, I wasn't actually. I had the option of reading for Vin or Buck, and they considered Vin and Chris the leads, hence more money, a lot more money. And I chose Buck to audition for Buck because he's a lovely character. And I went and auditioned for John and Penn, just them. And they were way at the other end of a long, long table, and I was the casting director. And I did the first scene where I roll off the roof, my pants around my ankles, and in the audition I didn't throw my pants down to my ankles. That's what got me the job. I was lucky. I didn't have to read for network or studio. That was it. I just had the one.
So you did
Yeah.
that. Nice.
No.
Usually when you throw the pants around the ankles, you only have to read once.
And they even do it in craft service every day. We're like, you got the job, man.
As John and Ken knew if I went to network and did that, I wouldn't get the job. That'd be a wig.
I think I did two scenes. I did the scene where Rain captures Nathan and hangs him upside down.
Oh, yeah.
So I did the whole audition like this. Cut me down, man. Cut me down. Yeah, no. And I did,
And they felt so sorry for
yeah,
you.
they're like, for fuck's sake, give him a job. Jesus Christ.
Don't we need to hire some special needs? Diversity portfolio?
We're good for the next 10 years. Call Jesse Jackson. And so I did that scene. And then I forget the other scene. It was from the pilot. And I just remember on my way to the audition, I was on the Santa Monica bus because I didn't have a car. And I had just been in LA for about a year, and I just didn't own a car, and I called my dad, and I remember saying, Dad, I'm pretty nervous about this audition because it's the Magnificent Seven, you know. My dad loves Westerns, you know. I was just at his house last week, and all day, all week, we're watching the 24-hour Western channel, you know, and he knows all the different actors and movies and stuff. So he was particularly excited himself about me getting this job. And he said, I said, I'm nervous. And he said, don't be nervous, man, just go get it, you know? And I got it. But I didn't have to test. John called me as I was sitting on the toilet.
You remember that?
I remember it. I remember it.
So you both got the job in your pants down.
5 years off, still got the timing down. It's like he just walked right back into the game.
You have to walk
right back into the game.
Exactly. And the phone rang. I'm on the toilet. I said, you know what? That might be an important phone call. So
This is pre-cell phone, so you had a phone.
I had to
in your
run.
bathroom?
No, like the phone. I had such a tiny apartment. I could go like this. Hello. Hello, Rick. It's John Watson.
Doesn't sound like my dad.
I know it doesn't. That's my version.
Okay.
Hello, darling. It's John Watson. No. He has a beautiful accent. If you haven't heard John, and he says, do you like the, he said something like, we really like what you did, and I said, thank you. And I'm thinking he's going to say, but, you know, you were great, but. He says, I think we're going to, we'd like to bring you aboard. How do you feel about that? And I was like, oh my God.
Sat back on the toilet.
Yeah.
I'm so relieved.
Oh my God. Yeah. I'm so relieved. Yeah.
I've got 1 million of them.
he offered me the job as I was sitting on the toilet. So I didn't have to test for it, and you know, that changed my life, and it's